But as the recession deepened, unemployment continued to rise. At the start of 1975, more than 750,000 people were out of work. By the summer, there were more than 1 million on the dole, and the numbers were to go on rising. When Britain's teenagers left school and tried to find their first jobs, they discovered that no one wanted them.
One job, it was in the paper, and I went down there and it said, queue up at 2 o'clock, be down there for 2 o'clock. So I went down, and there was about 100 lads there, and they'd been queuing up since 9 o'clock, I think, or 10 o'clock. So
this is just for one job?
Yeah, one job.
What was the job?
Sheet metal worker, I think, down in Dingle.
And what did they say to you? Did you actually get an interview?
Well, it wasn't an interview, you just went in, asked your name, have you worked before, what O-levels you took, and then if you don't get a letter tomorrow, you haven't got the job. And I stood there for 2 hours, just waiting.
You didn't get a letter?
No.
What's this pile of letters in front of you? That's some of the replies you got, isn't it?
Yeah, failures.
How many?
Well, there's 13 or 14 here, and there's countless jobs that I didn't get replies.
It's so disheartening when they just turn you down with no reason at all. You keep on looking and then you think, to hell with it, why should I? Because they don't really care, and they're not really bothered. And if you can't get the experience, well, you just can't, can you? And then you can't get a job, and you're stumped.
And personally, I can't see myself getting a job for a few months yet. Certainly not before Christmas. And even then, after that, I'm not sure.
Do you look ahead at all?
Yeah, I hope the situation gets better for jobs. But at the moment, no. I can just see myself being on the dole for a long time to come, yeah.
Unemployment rose. Public spending fell in defence, housing, education, health and social security. We don't yet know how many millions of pounds are to be chopped from the national budget, and most of us perhaps don't yet know what it'll mean. But there are some who do. If the centres of our great cities are an extreme case, they are also the writing on the wall for a nation which runs down its public services. Imagine what the effects of the cutbacks will be on the people who live in the Black Hill district of Glasgow, from where I reported last summer. The statistics of deprivation here are stunning. Nearly 60% of the men are out of work. 96% of the families receive less than the Scottish average wage. More than 50% of the families live at or below the poverty line. 40% of them live in overcrowded homes. There are Catholics and Protestants in Black Hill, some small families, some large. All share the extremes of poverty, unemployment and bad housing. These people are some of those who live in one tenement block in one street in Black Hill.